Hello, my name is Kathy Walters, and I'm going to be your instructor for HIM 112, Medical Insurance Procedures Online. So welcome to the course, and you're currently looking at our course website in Moodle. And so I'd like to just kind of take you through it a little bit to navigate the site as you begin the quarter. So under Please Start Here is this introduction YouTube. So that's your first step into making sure that you get familiar with things, and I'm going to demonstrate some things. So before we go into the syllabus, I want to go down here for a second and just cover a couple of sites here. This Instructor News and Announcements forum will be where I'll post information, for example, when I'm done grading assignments or any pertinent announcements or even news events in healthcare that I might want to share. So this is a forced subscription, so you all should get the announcements. The second forum here, Course Questions and Student Connection forum, is just for course-related issues. You had trouble with this or that, and I check that pretty regularly, so we can share information and people can offer suggestions if you run into the same problem. If it's of a matter of a personal nature, why then it's probably best to just email me. And then our online courses for me is a Lane Community College source to kind of just go through whether or not online courses are suited for you, and I'll address some online requirements in a little bit later when we go through the syllabus. And then some information about LCC's tutoring services, which I also have in the syllabus. So let's go ahead and take a look at the syllabus. And so here I have the course objectives, and then down below here is course information, and then my contact hours and contact information. So my office hours are 1 to 3 on Monday and Wednesday, and I'm in Building 30, Room 206. I'm on the second floor. And then my email address. And I'm very good about responding to email. The one thing I do ask is if you could identify your name and the course when you're communicating, as I have several courses that I teach and I have many students, so it's helpful for me to be able to identify who you are quickly. And then down below here are the required materials, so you want to get the bundle for Health Insurance Today. And I just am putting a note here that if you buy a used book, you're missing the access to Evolve, so you do need to have the current access code. And then just a little bit about the assignments. Quizzes on Moodle. You'll be taking a vocabulary quiz each week. You have 2 attempts, and then we just keep the best score. So just a little bit about that. And then each week you'll have both Evolve activities as well as work assignments to go ahead and submit. So I have just a little bit of information of how Moodle behaves when you submit those. And then just a little bit about instructional methodologies, some information about Moodle. Academic integrity, this is the Lane website for the Student Code of Conduct. And then again, I got resources listed here. So if you have any issues with your device or network access, the Student Help Desk can help. And then a little bit about class participation. And then my late policy. I do not accept late work. So please be mindful of due dates each week, with the exception of week 1, your self-introduction form. That has to be done by Thursday. Most assignments are due by Sunday evening. And due to Lane Community College's attendance policy, you do have to submit something graded within the first week. And so that self-introduction form will serve that purpose, and that's due by Thursday evening, September 28th. And I'll talk a little bit further about that when we get there. My grading policy just as it adheres to Lane's grading policy. And then online attendance. So I just want to speak a little bit about those issues that surround online attendance. So those of you that have taken online courses, they're just as demanding as regular brick and mortar courses. And waiting till Sunday evening is not a practice for success for several reasons. Number 1, you don't have command of the subject material. Number 2, if you're taking the quiz late, then you're not able to take it again. And most importantly, if you do have issues that come up and you email me late on Sunday evening, why, then I can't get back to you with a possible resolution to your issue if you have a question. So be sure to manage your time appropriately. Now, the most important part of the syllabus is down here, scrolling all the way to the very end, and then this is the sequence of assignments. So everything is listed here for each week and the point values. So you can see here that the modules are 25 points, and then the exams vary in points because of the fact that they may have a certain amount of questions. So you'll see how long it will take you So for example, there's 13 questions for Module 1 exam, 20 questions for Module 2 exam. So the entire course is laid out here for you. Okay, so please be sure and thoroughly look at the syllabus. All right, and this information here you'll need to get into Evolve, and these two documents, how to go ahead and get into your Evolve account, are available for you to go ahead and look through. So those are there, and take some time to take a look at those. And then similarly here, how do I complete your Evolve work? I have a document here that helps explain how Evolve works, and we're going to get into Evolve right now. So let me go ahead and go into Evolve, and this is what the Evolve website looks like. So you first want to go into the course orientation, and so most of the time when you're in any of the items that are in the left pane, you click it in the left pane, and then you see it in the right pane. So these are just screen by screen you're going through, and you can go back and forth. My suggestion to you when you're going through the course orientation is to complete it, because it will give you a lot of familiar things that you'll need to make sure, particularly your browser and your device settings. You want to make sure that you have the right plugins and different things of that nature. And then when you want to go ahead and go into the module, you're going to begin that, and then so it usually takes about, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 20 to 30 minutes depending upon the length. But again, you're just going through each screen, and then the exam, you have one attempt, and this is how it'll look, and then you'll begin your assessment. So I will typically have the due dates for everything on Sunday evening to be completed, but I won't open up the exams until midweek of that week. I want you to be able to have time to go ahead and do your work. So it'll be typically that I'll open those up on Wednesday most weeks with regards to the exam. So I think you'll find Evolve to be very user-friendly, and that you'll be able to navigate through the screens, and it's just a matter of getting familiar with it. But that's how Evolve looks, and when you go into the course in the beginning, it'll look like this. So, and obviously when you collapse or expand a folder, then you see the items. So you go over here on the left pane, and I click here for Module 1. I see both the module and the exam, and then if I hit the plus, it expands it out. So it's collapse and expand when you hit those buttons, and then you just go into them in that way, and then you can view them there. Okay, so that's the Evolve website, and I think you'll find it helpful. All right, so let's go back to our Moodle course website, and I would like to show you what each week looks like. So here's week 1, and I always have the chapter objectives, and then I have a listing here of what you have to do. So please read the course completely, and that's mandatory. Create your online Evolve account and follow the instructions at the beginning of the course utilizing this particular course ID. And then I just have a screen here of what it looks like once you get into it. And then you'll want to post your introduction about yourself in the self-introduction forum, as I mentioned, by Thursday, September 28th at 11:45 p.m. And so I'll go through that in just a minute. And then complete all the activities at Evolve and make certain to read all the instructions provided in Moodle. So each week you'll use your text and your workbook and the Evolve site. So you want to read Chapter 1, and then the PowerPoint slides for every chapter are right here, so you can take a look at those. And then complete all the exercises for Chapter 1 in Evolve, so that's both the module and the exam. And then take the Chapter 1 vocabulary, which is the link is right here, and then submit your application activity from the workbook. So what I've done is I've included both a Word document as well as a PDF, whatever's easiest for you to use. And so let me just go into this Word document. And so this is what it'll look like. Now, how you submit your activity, you can take this whole document and upload it in, and I have the instructions there how to do that in Moodle. I'm very comfortable also with you just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then putting A, B, D, C for your answers. Similarly on the true, false section, and then the fill in the blank. So it's up to you how you want to complete it, but I want you to be thorough in labeling your work with your name on it and with the proper questions numbered and the appropriate answers. So as we get going through the course, I'll be able to advise you as to what you're submitting and if that's appropriate. So Those are listed and given to you each week. And then also, I always will list additional resources in terms of things that are listed in the chapter. So let's go ahead and go into the introduction forum for those of you that may not be familiar with forums. So here's the instructions. Please post to the class forum an introduction of yourself to your colleagues and address the following. Please type your name in the subject text box. Please answer the following questions in the message text box. Why are you taking the course, your academic goals, your experience with online courses, experience with health information technology and the healthcare system, and anything else you wish to share. So let's go ahead and we'll do one. So here I'm going to click Add a New Discussion Topic. And so I'm going to follow the instructions here. Please type your name in the subject text box. So I'm going to type Kathleen Walters. Okay, and then please answer the following questions in the message text box. So here I am typing all my information. And then I'm going to scroll down, and then I'm going to click Post to Forum. And then what happens is you get this confirmation, and you do have 30 minutes to edit it and go back into it if you want to make any changes, and there it is. So I have a couple on here that I've practiced with, but here's my welcome, so you can take a look at that and read a little bit about me if you wish to. So that's how the forum works. And I think that's pretty much it. I've probably forgotten something, but at least this gives you an idea, and I'm very excited about the start of the school year, and I wish you the best in the fall quarter, and I look forward to having you as a student, and we'll learn about health insurance, and I'll see you virtually in a couple of days. All right, thank you.